So hey guys, good morning. It's morning here, Monday morning, but by the time I get this up, it could be Tuesday afternoon. So when I say Monday or a certain date, that's the date in which we film the videos. But welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. Somebody was asking me that the other day because I talked about it being Saturday. Well, I didn't get the video up till Sunday, and that confused them. A lot of times, guys, if you watch my channel or maybe others, you know, we may film a video about something and have it done, but then you have to sit down and edit it, and then you have to go through uploading it to your computer. And sometimes somebody like me has to fight that too. It depends on how much space you have, right? All that stuff. And then you have to go through the process of uploading it to YouTube, in which, depending on how good your Wi-Fi is, that could used to take me overnight. Right now, it takes me several hours, so it is better. And then it has to go through the process of checking. And YouTube can take anywhere from, I've seen 5 minutes to hours. They do these checks and processing and stuff. So I'm just saying, it's Monday, but by the time you see this, well, it might be January 25th. So I want to make this video about doing our best, about trying to do our best. We're all human. We all, you know, are figuring things out right now because the world is ever changing. But I do know that right now I can tell you that trying to do our best, which has absolutely worn us out with this cow, I do feel we've saved her. I know we did. But I am calling the vet back out. I actually contacted him on Saturday. He's trying to get here today. She is up. She's eating. She's drinking. She's acting like a normal, you know, good old girl. But if you have cows, like he told me, he said, you know, this could be a 30-day process trying to clear this up, but you're probably going to lose this. Just prepare yourself to lose the quarter. And I said, I don't care about the quarter, okay? I mean, I just want her to make it and move on with it. I'm not making any decisions with her at this time. Don't have any plans to at this time. So let's just get through this. Well, what's happened is we, like I said last week, just in brief, the vet came a week ago today. We did a ton of things. And then I had to keep treating her every day with like just basic cleaning and washing and udder balm and all of that. But then last week on Wednesday, Friday, I had to give her 2 more antibiotics into the teat. Yeah, poking it into the teat and inserting. It's not that big deal. It only goes in there about maybe that far, the days and the tomorrows. I use the tomorrow. So if you have had a dairy animal, you know exactly what I'm talking about. For those that don't have it milked, that's what those are. So anyway, well, it's looking like it got a whole lot better through Friday. And then Saturday we woke up. I don't know if it was itching. And she's been kind of scratching at it with her back hoof, which could be the possibility of what caused this to begin with. It could have been her. It could have been she stepped on her teat. It could have been another cow did it. I still think that's a likely suspect by what I've seen happening in my field. And, you know, that sort of opens things up. And then she goes and lays in all this rainy mud, and that causes bacteria or anything to get funky town up in there. So as we've said before, I just want to review this. You don't have to have an animal and milk in order, obviously, to have mastitis. So we know this by what you're seeing right now. So he's coming. I don't know if we're going to have to lance it. I don't know if it's just going to be because he told me, he said we may have to lance it. We may have to go in there and pull this out. We may have to remove this. It could completely slough off. There's several things we're watching for, and I think we're going to find out more today. So I'll keep you posted. I don't know yet, but I just, like I said, I kept doing everything that he told me every single day, whatever, and it's sort of going through the natural process, I think. But we'll see what he says, and I'll tell you what he does. But this led me to, come on, just get into it. But this led me, guys, into thinking about all of these things, and we've talked about this so many times over years past. And people think that, unfortunately, some people think that you're trying to, some people at times thought that I was trying to be ugly to them when I tried to tell you, are you ready for, you know, you want to move out to the country and have a couple of acres and a dairy cow, because everybody wants a lot, they do. We want dairy cows. They're just amazing, beautiful animals. But a lot of people don't know, and you know what? I didn't know either. I didn't know anything about milking a cow 20 years ago. I'm not gonna lie to you about that. You know that. So it's a learning curve, but you learn a lot of things that, you know, it's sort of like, I remember in videos past, I would say, like, it's sort of like what to expect when you're expecting. I'm gonna write a book about that. What to expect when you're homesteading, and it's gonna go through all the here is what you think it is, and what Instagram and whatever portrays it to be, which is beautiful, and it is, but there's a big flip side to it, which is a lot of mud, a lot of work, daily grind. This is your home, this is your vacation spot, and you better be prepared for things such as illness, freezing temperatures, mastitis, vet bills, and all of these things. And so this is where being prepared falls in line with this too. See, this whole lifestyle change is really, how do I say it? It kind of hardens you, to be honest with you, because you just don't have time for nonsense, and it's things that are a time suck. I don't, you don't. And especially now with the things that we're all trying to accomplish for our homes, regardless of where you live. If you live in a condo, this still pertains to you. Things are getting tougher. So I view times like this, because, you know, it's just like things come in 3s or 4s or 12s a lot of times. It's like the hits keep coming. Murphy shows up. But there's a silver lining to it too, when you can get through it. You got to go through it. I have to go through it. You have to go through it. Let me tell you what I'm thinking about today, just as my example. I kind of beat myself up. If you hear any Noli barking, it's because of the deer. And we've had a ton of a gaggle of turkeys show up today. I saw them yesterday. They're all over the property. They're trying to get Nosy Rosie to come out and say, hey. But anyway, here's the deal. So this is my moment. I've been through this week. I kind of beat myself up. I'm supposed to have a bull on this property right now. I'm supposed to have a bull. That was my goal, to have a bull come and visit, and you know, hopefully make babies with my girls somewhere between September, October, way before Thanksgiving. Well, that never happened. Okay, it's just not worked out. That's neither here nor there. But I still was like, James, and he was like, I know, you know how you do that. And, and I was sort of beating myself up on it, because it's getting me. See, man plans, God laughs. Guys, if I'd had a bull here, and he had been successful with Belle, where would I be right now? Okay, my stress level and my anxiety and my potential worry would be more than what it has been, because then I would have had another factor of, and we would have found out, the vet would have probably told us if she was bred. I mean, I'm just speaking a hypothetical here, got me? So I would have had to maybe make a decision with things that I'm doing that could have, if she had been bred, that maybe would have caused her to pass the baby. I know the appropriate words, but I don't like saying them, okay? So do you know what I'm saying? I can't say this for sure. I know that, okay? But this is like this thing. Have you ever driven down the road and you're trying to get there? You know, you're trying to, I don't have to tell myself so much like this anymore, because I really don't like to get out that much. And I'm sort of like, get in the right lane, poking along. Because I don't need any more people. I'm more worried about other people's driving than my own driving. But you know, when you're going and the tractor on the old road. You've got to get somewhere and there's a tractor in front of you and it slows you down to 10 and you just keep going and you're late and you can't go around it. I've gotten to where I go, okay, I know what you're doing here. I know what's going on here. You're saving me. I try to view it as being saved from something else. So this has been very time consuming. I wouldn't want it any other way as far as this is what we do. I mean, I expect it, but it's been tough. You know, you worry about your farm and your family and your critters and, you know, and things are very time consuming. So expect that, but this goes along with your preps too. See, this is what I'm talking about. Had I not stocked the penicillin, y'all, she, like the doctor said a week ago, no way she'd be here. And, you know, we may still end up losing her or something else down the road. You can't predict these things. You know, you can literally be out here in the field and everything's great. The next morning you come out and there's a goat sort of standing by herself over on the side and everybody else is over here. And she's just aloof. Sometimes that's normal, sometimes it's not. And so unexpectedly, you have to start dealing with things. This is going to be the same thing with everything else we're going through. Every single day, we're getting unexpected, okay? You're just getting it. Best thing to do is to take your palm and go up underneath their chin and bust their teeth out. Not that I'm trained in that or anything. Palm strike it, honey. So we're going to be doing a lot of palm strikes with a lot of attacks and leading you into thinking that you're not doing your best, making you question if you're doing your best. What matters is that you know, number one, are you doing your best? And number two, don't let anybody try to deter you from doing your best. Because we all know that's part of the game here in our spiritual warfare battle that all of us human beings are in. And you have to step back and go, okay, no, nope. We got to call the vet today. We got to deal with this. We got to do that. So I just want to encourage you to continue to do your best, because I know a lot of folks, if you, especially the last video I put up, you're talking about, especially the job losses. How much better do you feel though if you've been preparing, or you've paid things off, or you've been able to work the last 6 months to a year just trying to put a little extra money away? That's the only way my family made it in 2008. I've said this 100 times. The only way that we made it when I lost my job, even though my husband had a good job, but we all know, 2 parents, 2 income family, 3 kids, home, life ain't cheap. Life ain't free. And I'm telling you right now, homesteading is not free. I'm telling you right now. So if you are looking at me or anything else on Instagram or wherever, and you're like, oh, I want to go do this life and I want to live this way, I encourage you to. But I've always been very forward to the point of offending people, unfortunately. It offends people for me to say this, which is so bogus. This life is not easy, and this life is not free. And this is a very narrow path. And a lot of people will try to convince you otherwise, not because I think they're trying to do it maliciously, but because they just want to show the good stuff. I get it. We all want to feel good. We want to see pretty, right? I know. I do too. Okay? But it can lead you into a major downward spiral of hurt and depression when you get into it and you're like, what am I supposed to do now? I don't have the money. I can't call a vet. I don't know how to do this. I wasn't prepared for this. So that's why, it's really good for the bad stuff to be shared as well, because that's reality. Okay, so she ate a healthy breakfast. Let's walk back down here because it's raining. She's eating a healthy breakfast. I'm about to give the hay. She'll eat the hay. I'm giving her my best hay. Best hay. Very best hay. And she's loving it. So she's up, she's mobile, whatever. Hopefully the vet will be here by dinner time. Hopefully we won't be in a complete downpour. I don't know what he's gonna say. I don't know what he's gonna do. So I may or may not film too much, because I don't like to he's working. He might be like, why is she filming? We'll see how that goes. So we'll see what he says. He's wonderful, I can tell you that. And he's on the job. And we are, as we told you before, And we encourage you to do, just keep doing your best. Everything counts. Stay the course. Don't stop. That's all we got. Thank you for being here. Like, subscribe, and share. Let's get this hay out here real quick. Guys, we'll see you on the next video.